yes, our childhoods ruined yet again.
Drake? What? Where's the body of Christ?
What is it this time, you're probably asking? Well, Drake and Josh, okay? Dan Schneider, Nickelodeon, in general, all of it. It's a big umbrella of just cringe. If you're around my age, 25 years old, I know I look 40. We all grew up kind of watching the same old shit, you know? Terrible, terrible TV, Gibby, Drake, Chubby Josh, Blue's Clue, River Monsters. I watched that a lot.
Slime that hagfish produce, what the hagfish is actually doing, it's secreting filaments of protein with little sort of mucus globules strung out along them.
You name it, we have it in common. But nothing ruins a childhood quite like finding out two people you grew up thinking were friends were not actually friends at all, or allegedly, and realizing that everyone sucks and there's a lot of drama. Today we're gonna be talking about Drake and Josh. I've seen a bunch of videos on this and I kind of wanted to do my own bit of a deep dive into it to provide hopefully something entertaining for you guys. If you like this type of video, press the like button down below, okay? And if you want to see one of these on Dan Schneider, let me know too, because I really like talking about Dan Schneider. Drake and Josh were two child stars that we all knew well. Their names have been as connected as Tammy Slayton and her oxygen tube as of late. They played brothers on TV, and they seemed to be as close as brothers in real life. Or were they? Drama. It's dramatic. The whole thing's dramatic, all right? Are they even friends?
Friends? No way, man.
Were they ever friends? Guys, my team of researchers and I will find out, okay? Because I'm invested. To be honest, it seems like Drake says yes.
We're bros. We've been friends for 20 years. I mean,
But Josh says no.
Are you guys like not friends?
Not really, no.
Who's lying? Today, for once and for all, we will find out. Drake Bell and Josh Peck began acting together before their own show titled Drake and Josh. They both had supporting roles in The Amanda Show, a very cringe show that I didn't like at all. I thought it was really stupid when I was a kid. I remember hating it. I hated it so much.
Hey, Shred! Well, I want it! No, I want it! Give it! No, I want it! Give it! Let me have it! Let go!
Their chemistry on set was palpable. In fact, it was so electric that when Nickelodeon needed another buddy comedy, Dan Schneider knew it had to be them. Which is cool, you know, because they hug me, brother, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying, guys? All the we all love the show. There's so many funny moments that we all can remember. You know, not quite as many as are contained in Family Guy Funny Moments number 9.
You gotta ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Oh, Mr. Harry, you're really not gonna like what I have to say.
Dan, Give Me Your Feet or You Won't Eat Schneider had his buddy comedy just blowing up, doing absolutely well. It had every kid in the world by the balls, just like he likes it. Dan, You're So Cute, Take Off Your Boot, Schneider, that is. All right, not Drake or Josh. They don't like it. Well, Drake might. And by God, they made quite a good TV show, didn't they, guys? Drake, so funny. You're so funny, Drake. You're so comedic genius. Josh, come on. You can't lose weight and still be funny. That isn't how it works, all right? I can't believe Dan, views are low, show me your toe, Schneider, let him lose weight. That doesn't seem like something that Dan, show me your feet or get back on the street.
Just shut the f*** up!
But there are some pretty good things that happen in Drake and Josh. My favorite scene from the show is the treehouse scene.
Wrap this around your little taily welly.
I love that scene. It's an endearing scene for me. Nothing made me want to be a carpenter more in the world in this episode.
Yeah, I just gotta go down and get the door knobs.
It's just Satan laughing in the background. All these TV shows with the fake laugh tracks. Every time they say something funny. No! All the Oprah bits. I mean, come on. How the f did they get Oprah involved? But basically every episode was the exact same. It had the same beginning, the same middle, the same end. Some slapstick Josh comedy. Drake doesn't get the girl, messes up, leaves. He's always lying and saying he's leaving. The dude is a psychopath in the show. And in real life, not really, I have no idea. And also, I just don't like Miranda Cosgrove either. I didn't like her when I was a kid.
What hotel are you at?
The Chamberlain Presidential Suite.
Needless to say, it wasn't just me and you. Me and
who liked the show. It did extremely well.
It was one of Nickelodeon's staples for quite a long time, and most of us, if you're in the right age group, have fond memories of it as kids, okay? I certainly do. I used to watch just rerun after rerun, and then I'd be like, hug me, brother, but I didn't have a brother, so I just felt sad and unincluded. Though, all great things must come to an end. And this is where the dovetail begins as to whether or not Drake and Josh were actually friends in real life. In that time, it appeared that they were. On the show, they seemed like brothers.
My brother Josh blew himself up and his 2 kids.
In the movie theater, hugging each other, making out in the bathroom while Dan Schneider watched. No! And after only 4 seasons, we will be able to find out. After the show, they're not forced to be next to each other. So how do their careers differentiate? How do they stay friends? It's kind of funny. I don't know exactly. It's hard to tell. Eventually their careers separated. Drake was Timmy Turner in the live action Fairly Odd Parents movie. Not that good for the career. Drake performs music, doesn't do super well in the United States, so goes to Mexico. Not that good for the Drake Campagna. Mexico loves Drake Campagna. Not that good for the career, but it's good, you know? He changed his name from Drake Bell to Taco Bell.
A joke.
Just kidding. He changed his name to Drake Campagna or some shit. I don't know. He's got a really popular Spanish song too, which is so weird. Is he Spanish? It goes like this. Or something, I don't know. Now, my boy Josh, on the other hand, he got up to a lot of things. All right. You ever heard of Vine?
Only a spoonful.
He had some sweet bangers like all these.
It's a spider home.
So I shit my pants.
He joined the vlog squad, ran around with David Dobrik.
Surprise! A snake in a box is still a snake.
They did a mukbang, brothers. Look at this, crazy as hell. And he continued acting and getting roles like Red Dawn, which he ruined, by the way. I love the original Wolverines, but you know. He even did the voice for Eddie the Possum in Ice Age, which is pretty cool.
Ooh, these work great.
Ow. Cool. And he was also in How I Met Your Father, which realistically, not the greatest careers post-show. I mean, you know, these guys are riding on the coattails of their past for sure. And it's kind of hard to tell if they were still friends at this point because they weren't really speaking out. Social media wasn't as important as it is now. Drake didn't have his cameo yet. By the way, I bought a Drake cameo. Best $30 of my life.
Being such a huge
All right.
fan.
Drake Campana, whatever the name is. Anyways. Oh, and Drake. Oh, the crime. The lawmen. The DUIs. Oh, Drake, you son of a bitch. I don't even know or care about the chronological order, but there's mugshots. 2010, 2016. He was sued for not paying a guy who worked on a song and eventually had to pay. Oh, Jesus. And then there's also a big, like, pedo controversy too, which is just really bad. And in 2020, Drake's ex-girlfriend accused him of emotional and physical abuse and saying he had an issue with underage girls. Not that good. And then after that issue would re-emerge and he, you know, the whole court thing, the memes, you saw it. Yeah, the cameo. It's not good. It's not good, my brothers in Christ. And in 2021, last year, he was, in fact, pled guilty to crimes against a child, which is the worst type of crimes to commit. One's against the child.
Yes! Yes!
It went viral, it was super talked about, and I'm sure that this probably swayed Josh into saying they never were friends ever at all.
So I don't know the backstory at all, but you clearly do not like this guy.
This is my favorite episode of Drake and Josh. The most cursed episode of Drake and Josh. Josh wasn't in that one. Josh was getting married, all right? And it's no surprise that with all the headlines, etc., it makes sense that Josh wouldn't want his brother at his wedding, all right? And this started a whole hoopla of nonsense. Drake literally tweeted at Josh that he was angry, like, True colors have come out today. Message is loud and clear. Ties are officially cut. I'll miss you, brother. Was y'all ever really friends? I mean, come on, man. That's bullshit. And this caused a whole hell of a stink feast on the internet, all right? People was up in arms, crazy.
That's what
I
happened.
didn't invite him to my wedding, and the internet went crazy.
This is when I first saw this, and I couldn't believe that they weren't friends. I was like, are you my whole life is a goddamn... So what about SpongeBob and Patrick? Are they not? You're gonna tell me they're not friends? In hindsight, it's not a huge shocker as to why Josh wouldn't want Drake to show up at his wedding. But at the time, the internet was in outrage, all right? There was an uproar. Josh, why are you a bad friend? Why do you not like your fake television brother? You're a bastard. I liked you better before you got healthy. You know, they say fat is where comedy is stored. And at some point during all this, the beef was squashed. And they made a very cringe video together in which they said, hey, we're actually friends. It seems extremely disingenuous in my opinion, and it's kind of scary to even watch the video, just in general. So wedding beef squashed. They milked the whole being friends again thing. I believe it gave them a lot of press, and it was all positive, I think, which they both were desperate for.
That's Drake, that's Josh, and it's all love, people. Back together again, we're all good.
That's amazing.
All right. So,
Wedding looked like it sucked anyway.
oh, fuck you. Fuck me? You know what? Mom never even liked you. She's not our mom. We're not on a TV show.
And from that point on, it seemed like the friendship was rekindled. They started doing more stuff together. And then Josh wrote a book, all right? The book's called Happy People Are Annoying, which is a very Hollywood type title for a book, in my opinion. And he started going on podcasts, doing interviews to advertise the book, and then just started changing all sorts of stories and just talking a little bitty shit. This is really weird, all right? Really strange. Josh said they were never close. Drake was very upset because he thought that they were close because they were like brothers. Josh even said in the interview where he claimed he was never friends with Drake, and I quote, "The dirty little secret, I guess, was that I knew Drake and I didn't stay in touch for the 10 years since we had made the show, but no one needed to know that. I was happy to just die with that secret that we made this thing that people really love, but maybe we weren't that close." No! I'm getting married that night, and I see these text messages from him cursing me out, coming for me on the night of my wedding. And I'm like, yo, and it's delusional because I'm like, bro, we worked at Coffee Bean when we were 16. I'm sorry, I'm 31. I might have lost your number. Come on, don't be a fake friend, Josh. Come on. Nobody likes a fake friend. And nobody likes a guy who pleads guilty to child endangerment as well. Drake even made a podcast using the Drake and Josh branding.
All right, hey, what's up, everybody?
Hi.
Welcome to Drake and Janet.
To talk about the situation, and then just never made another episode again. Moved to Mexico, started a terrible music career as Drake Campagna, and then got in a lot of trouble recently. And it's just, dude, it's crazy, man. It's everything about our childhoods is just a fake lie. I love Drake. There could be reasons as to why Josh would say that they were never friends, because it seems like anything that they do together generates headlines. Could be to promote the book. He's a bit of a drama king, it seems like. He stirred up the old 2017 wedding drama. He also says that they were never close, but like they're trying so hard at a certain point to make it seem like they were friends. It's confusing. Could also be that Josh doesn't want to be associated or connected with Drake because of the whole things that has happened with him, which that makes sense, honestly. Could also just be that Josh maybe hates the show, hates being the chubby funny guy, even though he wasn't that for the whole thing. He wants to be his own man. He wants to make his own jokes. And on the other hand, Drake genuinely seems like he thought that they were friends. Like he's living in a world in which him and Josh were good buddies for a long time, and he was genuinely upset from the wedding thing. He's upset about the interview in which Josh said that they were never friends. They were acting together, they don't do the videos. I don't really know. It seems throughout all this that Josh is kind of trying to rewrite history, and Drake defends Josh and probably just feels bad because, you know, he's not prone to making the greatest decisions. So we'll really never know, aside from maybe the Drake and Josh reboot. What? That was supposed to take place, in which this is probably the nail in the coffin, honestly. The story of the reboot included Drake as a failed musician and Josh as a successful realtor. Bruh, you can't do that to my man. He's not my man. To be fair, I'm not friends with him either, but like that's crazy. That's no wonder he didn't want to do it.
I just want to know, why was he a real estate agent and you were a failed musician? Like, why wasn't he a failed YouTube star or Viner? And then you could be like, why wasn't it something like closer to
I don't know. I told him, I was like, dude, make me a failed actor in New York. Like,
yeah.
And I'm sleeping on your couch and you're like trying to be an actor too or something. Like,
so throughout all of it, who gives a really? Seems like Josh doesn't want to be friends with Drake. Seems like Drake is prone to making bad decisions, so it kind of makes sense. There's one thing that is definitely true, though, and that's our childhoods are ruined. It's all lies at Fugazi. We should have known, though. I should have known. I don't really know. It was very disappointing to me. I've invested in this whole thing, but... So what exactly do we know? We know that Drake is a creep, all right? And Josh is a genius creator, leveraging his relationships specifically just to get views on the internet and to make content and or to sell his book. Are they friends? I don't think so anymore, and I don't think that they ever really were. Maybe it was Dan's fault. You can only ask to see someone's toes so many times.